It's time for Milberger's Gardening South Texas, live from Milberger's Landscaping and Nursery at 1604 in Bulverde Road. During the next 2 hours, our experts will help you with your gardening questions when you call 210-308-8867. That's 210-308-8867. Or come by Milberger's during the show and have your question answered in person. And now it's time for Milberger's Gardening South Texas on 9:30 a.m. The Answer.
And welcome to Milberger's Gardening South Texas on 9:30 a.m. The Answer. Milton Glueck along with Mark Peterson and Dr. Calvin Finch sitting on the porch on a beautiful day here at Milberger's at 1604 on Bulverde Road. It's I'm looking for a cloud. Do you see a cloud in the sky anywhere?
Nary a cloud.
Nary a hairy cloud here in the sky, and it's a nice little breeze.
And they're still threatening that this could be a heat record today.
Oh, really?
Yes. That was in the newspaper this morning. I didn't know it was going to be, but 87-year record.
Oh, wow.
Possibly broken today.
Let's see. Well, currently it is 76 degrees, and they're, at 87
yeah,
is
they'd have
high.
to reach 87
Okay.
to set the record.
The low is 47, so. And then let's see how our chance of rain, still 40% Wednesday. Let's see, 50% Wednesday night. Dang, nabbit.
Yeah, but look Thursday.
Look at Thursday. Okay, Thursday. 70% chance Thursday.
Yeah,
50% Thursday night.
Yeah.
30% chance on Friday. That's new. Saturday, we may be in the rain. 30% chance of showers on Saturday with a high near 72. Boy, that'll be great. Is this what?
It's a month of November.
No, thank you. I appreciate that. Is it El Nino, La Nina?
Okay, it's La Nina.
La Nina. And what does that mean?
That means it's supposed to be warmer but drier.
Oh, okay. So, warmer, yes, and hopefully not drier.
It can't hardly be any drier. Well, I take that back.
Don't tempt it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's great. So let's hope we get rain. And I don't want to get political, but this is a touchy subject with Mark. So we'll just say that the thing that we know is true, the ceniza around San Antonio are absolutely gorgeous.
Right now.
As James said, they are screaming.
Yeah. Yes, they're very beautiful at this present time.
The blooms will get knocked off when we get the rain.
So it goes back is correlation, causation. So
I'm telling you, they bloom before it rains.
Okay.
Just saying. Okay, we don't want to get into it. We just want to say they look great.
Well, it's
even mine at the house, which normally lag behind everything else, look good. Do yours look good at your house? Are yours blooming? Don't you have some, Calvin?
I didn't know. I didn't notice that they were blooming.
Okay.
But I was going to say that we want to continue to emphasize what the landscape appeal of those.
Okay.
Because the deer do not eat them, and they're drought tolerant.
Yeah.
And
few pests.
Full.
Very few pests.
And they need full sun.
Yeah.
But lots of choices in selection of leaf color, flower color, and I think each of us has a separate one that is our favorite color. But what is the one that the latest one that was released?
Lynn's
the
Legacy?
Latest one. No. The latest one is called Microburst.
Oh yeah.
Have we seen any more action?
We haven't. I haven't seen any here, but I have seen it at other places and on Facebook. So 30 inches tall, and the leaves are small accordingly, and so are the flowers. However, there tends to be a lot more of them. So it's
okay. So you said when you say here, do you mean?
Here at Milberger's.
Oh, okay. Well, we had some, didn't we?
We had some, yes.
So we'll have to check and see if we got some.
No.
Okay.
Yeah, because I don't think I've seen any in the landscape any place.
Oh, okay. I think that's what you meant.
That was touted as the next exciting new landscape plant.
Yeah, you kind of expected it to be just so swept up at the nurseries and everything.
Oh, I expect a lot of things to happen, and hardly any happen. So.
Oh, it's okay, Mark.
So yes, I expect them to just run out the door. They're
kind of like it has run out the door, kind of like our Whopper did.
Yeah.
All right, it's going to be okay. But
both of us are.
Well, and as long as we're moaning and groaning,
yeah,
our no primulas yet.
But
what's spectacular?
The cyclamen, man.
Wow.
Yeah, when you get here to Milberger's, if you're a cyclamen fan, they just jump out at you.
Oh gosh, the red, white, purple. Those three colors are here, and you got some other choices around the.
And you do the purple and white or the red and white?
I just used the purple, but then I had an area where I had a room for three separate ones, and I did the white, and I'm glad I did because the white is very attractive too, and the white does well either with the red or the purple.
The red and white were Calvin and I's favorite for a long time, and then this purple came in.
Okay.
More of them.
And the purple's pretty. I will say that the red and the white scream Christmas.
Yes.
I'm into screaming. The Sinisa are screaming.
Yeah.
The cyclamen are screaming.
We'll find some more things for you to scream about.
Well, the thing about those with a cyclamen, they're in full bloom, spectacular right now, and they'll stay in full bloom through Christmas into the approaching generally April. If you want to be ready for any action if we get any freezing temps, because they're good about resisting freezes. The foliage isn't affected at all, but you don't want to let the blooms get knocked off. So have some of that insulate. Mark, what do you said that we've got here at Milberger's, we got everything you could have.
Yes, we got pre-cut and we got rolls that we can cut for you here. So if you had a specific length, a specific bed, or maybe the best thing sometimes is to double it up. So if you have 10-foot bed, you might want to get 20 feet. And then,
okay.
Actually 22.
I got you.
And then
yeah, because you want one of the weaknesses on putting the. I mean, you want to apply it if the forecast is going to be below 28 degrees, but you also want to be careful about the wind. So you want that. Mark added that 2 feet on there because that gives you a better opportunity to weigh down the sides. And winds, quite often when we have the cold weather, it's accompanied by winds, and it doesn't do you any good to apply insulate if it's flying into the trees.
Yes.
If it's down the street.
No, it's
it's pretty down the street. Fine.
It's keeping that Volkswagen warm.
Yeah, and the neighbors thank you, but
yeah. All right, so this is fun because you get to ask a question that you know the answer to, but I'm going to be indignant. It's 76 degrees right now. Why should I be thinking about, protecting my plants in the cold?
Well, because that's always the case in our San Antonio weather.
It comes fast.
You can go very quickly to cold weather.
Yeah.
Have you lived here long?
Yes. Well, I was. Yes. Okay. No. I knew the answer.
Yeah. So I've seen it where it dropped 50 degrees in an afternoon.
That's true.
Yeah. So a blue norther comes in, and it's 70, 80.
Well, we had some of our listeners report that they had temperatures right close to freezing last week, which surprised me because of even the hill country forecast.
Yeah,
was James saying that he was getting? So. Yeah, that it was close to.
Yeah, you have to add in a little depression. So cold kind of layers in or remains in these depressions.
Well, the good news though is on the cyclamen, they're not overly sensitive to the cold, but there are some plants. If you've got the semi-tropical plants out there. The bougainvillea, the tropical hibiscus, mandevilla. What are some other? Oh, porterweed.
Yeah.
Oh, now I'm all excited though that we should get Lulu to give us another report.
Yeah, after the cold temperatures.
Because she has success with the protecting. I have never been able to protect the porterweed. I haven't been as elaborate as she has, but she does the job on it.
I wonder if cardboard boxes are involved with lights and things like that.
I don't see that as much. I like that idea. We used to see them. There was a home down the street that had a citrus.
Yeah.
And they would get like big refrigerator boxes. And I guess they broke them down after the season, but they taped them up when it was ready, and they would just plop it over the citrus.
Yeah. It does a wonderful job, plus with a light source.
Yeah,
okay.
The porterweed would not.
No, okay.
Porterweed will not put up with anything close to 32 degrees.
Oh. So which is more important to plant health, or is it both equally? Is it the air temperature, or is it the ground temperature?
Well, the ground temperature is never really a threat here.
Okay.
Here in Texas, or in the South, rather.
Yeah. But the air temperature is. And And then that air temperature can change. That's what Mark is describing when he changes, 50 degrees in a day.
Yeah, no, that's right.
Yeah.
But the soil still stays approximately the same?
Yeah, and the soil, we'd always expect.
Yeah, it's going to get cooler from the summertime, and that dictates certain grasses and other plants.
Oh, okay.
The soil has to get warm enough on that. So it will vary, but it's never going to get down where it freezes or is problematic for plants.
Now be careful now.
Yeah, be careful.
We have the weather. And this is climate change time,
Yeah.
And we have sometimes our predictions are not as accurate as we'd like them to be. Kind of like some of our football teams and basketball teams.
So how long does it take? I guess it depends on the air temperature. If we have a winter where it freezes, okay, but we're now wanting to plant stuff. How long does it take the soil to change temperature? Does it change fast? I was wondering, okay, so when can you think about putting grass seeds down? How do you know the temperature of the, do they have soil thermometers?
Well, usually even...
We can guess.
Okay.
Yeah.
Based on history?
I guess there's a few plants that the soil temperature is a few degrees makes a big difference, but most of them, most of them rely on the air.
The one I have had most experience with was Bermuda grass, so you really want to get the soil temperature warm, and then I'm trying to struggle with some other ones that I would think of.
May 1st is when Bermuda grass will start germinating, so it's got to warm up pretty well.
Yeah.
Okay.
But to answer an interesting aspect to your question,
yes,
water takes is slower to cool down and slower to warm up. I know this because we plant fruit along the Great Lakes because we don't usually experience severe, significant freezes because the lake is still cooling the air. And so, if there's a sun drop, we don't experience these big shifts and everything. So that's why we plant fruit is more moderate.
That's why they can, too, if they.
On the other hand,
they can they can sometimes protect blooming fruit trees from a cold spell if they can keep the water.
Oh,
yeah. But you can't just spray it.
It's kind of tricky.
Yeah, it's got to be continuous from before the temperatures are below freezing and continue after the temperatures, and which some fruit companies, orchards manage to do, but not always.
No, and I don't know how you would do it locally.
Well,
if you've only got so and so water days. And
very, very, very specific temperatures.
yeah, but
thermometers.
Yeah.
So you could monitor the.
You usually don't. A rural orchard does not usually under water restrictions.
I was just curious because I know we had people that have kind of taken that to heart and going, okay, there's a freeze coming. I'm gonna spray my oaks and spray my Vitex and spray everything.
Oh yeah,
so that it freezes on there and that'll protect it.
Yeah.
And you're saying that's inaccurate.
that doesn't work. Yeah.
Okay.
The thermal dynamics are not exact.
Okay, but it's interesting.
Well, freezing water quickly goes down, drops to freezing temperatures. Water that is not freezing has some extra calories in there.
Oh, okay.
So that's why you got to keep the water running. You need the unfrozen water to protect those temperatures.
And I know
We could go on and on and on about that. Calvin and I could go on about the thermal BTUs that you have to maintain. It cannot be frozen and it cannot be wet. It has to be just right.
Okay, so what about this idea? Because I know this will get up too. Is let's pretend that it was going to freeze tomorrow. Okay, and I run out in the yard and I start watering everything. Not because I want to put ice on it, but because I believe that'll help.
This is a sore subject with me because
dear.
people would always do that. Yeah, maybe 4 or 5 days ago.
Yeah.
So the plant can use that to build up chemicals within their cells.
Oh, okay.
Actually, plants do produce certain chemicals within themselves that act as a antifreeze.
And what Mark's saying is that if you maintain a good
that's where
watering
Yeah, that's kind of where I was going.
That works to help protect from the freeze.
Not
but not
watering
the last minute, though.
6 hours before or 3 hours before.
Right, which I know a lot of people do.
Yes.
Well, and that's what I was kind of getting at too, because we were talking about preparing in advance. So that's I was thinking. What you just said was, it's just always better to, even though it's cooler right now, to make sure your plants are properly watered and cared for and not under stress.
And that's a bit of a complication too. And when we're now, our backyard plants, we're stressing them a little bit to comply with the drought restrictions, so that potentially can make them a little more sensitive to cold damage. But it's a compromise.
Yeah.
We're just putting up with that extra stress and potential for a problem because we have to reduce the water use.
All right. Well, and we'll talk about maybe some fall color. Are you seeing any fall color out there?
Oh yes. So I had some messages on Facebook from some friends up in the Bernie area, and about 15, 20 years ago, they made a concerted effort to plant a lot of big tooth maple in the Bernie area, and saw some pictures of them yesterday and this morning. And they're very beautiful. So they have an excellent fall color up there.
We went up to... Oh, go ahead, Calvin.
Well, I was just going to say, on a similar... I have a neighbor that planted a lot of the crepe myrtles that have the leaf color.
That's cool.
And they're looking good. Yeah.
I'll have to look in our neighborhood for those.
Yeah, so there's a lot of plants that I would never talk about, but all of a sudden at this time of year they really show themselves. And crepe myrtles are one, because we usually think of the flowers in the summertime, but a lot of them have excellent fall color.
And even the bark can be pretty attractive.
Oh, cool. Yeah, because...
So there's some vines that are turning bright red. Virginia creeper is one that comes to mind. And a lot of the sumacs. A lot of the native sumacs. All of a sudden we see them. We don't see them through most of the year, and all of a sudden we start seeing them turning red. The aromatic sumac, the evergreen sumac, regular sumacs, prairie or flame leaf. all of a sudden we start seeing them.
There's another one that it's gotten a little more controversial. Chinese pistache. Sometimes they'll have some color.
Oh, sometimes,
Leaf-
a lot of
color.
it does. And that's when we'd see them. This time of year, we go, look at all those Chinese pistache invading.
And then
these
my neighbors remind me that they also are are invasive, despite the fact that for a lot of years we said they weren't.
Oh, oops. And
Which has happened. That's not the only one that has happened.
we may make this a call in, give us a report. When we drove up to Blanco on Veterans Day, driving back on 281, we saw a lot of fall color trees, but I don't know what they were. Do you know what? I mean, this I'm not expecting an answer because it seems too broad a question. But
Just
do you know,
yellow or lots
no
of
red?
Yeah. So,
Reddish brown.
in and around the Candelia exits.
Yeah, exactly.
You have a lot of native Texas red oaks up in that area.
Oh, okay.
So as well as some evergreen sumacs in those areas. So you can see it's probably a variety of tree. But on those steep slopes, particularly north and east-facing slopes, you're going to see a lot of Texas red oak.
Yeah, and that was, like you said, it was right by that Candelia exit off 281.
Now, the Texas red oak, not in all the situations is going to show any color this year. It doesn't appear. Mine usually show some color, but they look pretty.
It's very hit and miss.
Oh, okay.
Even in the New England and places like that, not every year is perfect. So,
Okay.
For fall color.
Yeah.
Hey, let's take a quick break. While we do, you give us a call. 210-308-8867. 210-308-8867. More of Milberger's Gardening South Texas coming up with Dr. Calvin Finch and Mark Peterson. I'm Milton Glueck. We're live here at Milberger's Landscaping and Nursery, 1604 on Boulevard Road on 9:30 a.m. The Answer. Welcome back to Milberger's Gardening South Texas on 9:30 a.m. The Answer, 210-308-8867, 210-308-8867. James, if you call us this afternoon, I want a Vitex report. Mine is dropping leaves like nobody's business. I don't know if that's day length or temperature, but it's decided it needs to. Its deciduous characteristics are kicking in.
Mine,
you didn't
mine
talk
too.
to it.
I didn't. What should I have talked about? I try to. Yeah, have you ever tried talking to a Vitex? It's like talking to a wall. I mean, hey, Vitey, how you doing? You know.
It's another one of those that has the potential to be invasive.
Oh, Vitex?
Yeah, you better not irritate it.
Yeah.
You'll
Okay,
have them everywhere.
I'll be careful what I talk about. Don't talk about politics or religion to your Vitex. It's just... all right, 210-308. So that's a topic for another show. What should you talk to your plants about? 210-308-8867. If you talk to your plants, what topics do you talk about? And do you notice, this would be a great study, if talking to them, one, makes a difference, and if topics make a difference.
I would think that talking politics to the plants would make it grow slower.
Go slower?
Yeah, I think it would have negative effects.
All right, so, do you imagine it would, seriously, from a serious standpoint, if talking made a difference to your plants, and I don't know other studies that show that it does, I know we have listeners who talk to their plants and they claim that it makes a big difference.
I think a side inquiry would be, what language do you use?
Okay.
So if you talk to them
how
in
many
French,
languages do you speak? How do you know that?
a smattering.
One?
Well, yes, mainly one. Smattering of others.
Now, did you notice, Milton, when I went just before the show, I was walking out there to get some coffee, and one of our customers was talking to herself.
Oh, I didn't notice that.
I asked her if she was talking to herself or to her can of soda pop. She did not think that was funny.
Oh, I wonder why, Calvin. That's not surprising.
And that's why they call him Mr. Humorous.
Oh, yeah, just so my
No,
question.
actually, she did. She was very charming.
So my question would be, not the topics, but the tone. So if you talk in an angry tone, come on, Vitex, get out there, go, go, go.
That's what I was referring to, whether you do French or German.
Okay.
All comments can be directed to.
That's right.
What about, you want to really complicate it, what if it's thorny hackberry?
Oh.
And so it doesn't matter what you're talking to, it is going to stick you with those thorns.
Maybe so.
Or even bougainvillea.
Yeah.
Well, I wasn't expecting it necessarily that
so
kinder toward
charming. And
poor people are like, okay, forget this show. All right, so if you talk to your plants, we want to know what you talk about and if it's made a difference. 210-308-8867.
I think maybe we should vote against that, Mark.
Oh,
I mean,
I want to know.
We should be all these wonderful plants to talk about. We're going to be talking about.
I'm just curious. We want to give people, we want to know what makes them successful.
The important thing is our listeners curious about that.
Yes, and if they do, they'll call in. Otherwise, we'll just be talking about different stuff.
Like wonderful plants.
Yes.
Hey, let's talk about what plants are on sale. I don't have my paper in front of me.
Oh, okay. I will bring it up right this second. And tell you what. Oh, okay, here you go.
Well, he got it.
Calvin's giving you the paper.
Well, no, but does this have all the stuff on the back?
Yeah.
Oh, yes, it does.
Yeah, he's got it.
All right. Thanks.
There's
Calvin.
lots of good stuff on sale. Lots of pretty fall and winter color on sale.
I shall say.
Yeah. I always
including
like to point
the cyclamen.
Yes, including the cyclamen. So should we start off with that?
Yeah, cyclamen and violas. Those are our favorites.
Okay.
Lots of pansies. Wow. Too. Good colors.
So how much are cyclamen? Do you want me to tell them or you want to tell them?
Well, you can tell them.
Okay, the cyclamen are on sale in I always like to give the size, 3.5-inch pot. They're normally $6.99. Right now they're $4 for $24. And you mentioned the...
so that's almost a whole dollar.
Yeah, it's a good deal. Snapdragon are on sale for $5 in the 4-inch pot. We have
violas.
Violas and they're pretty. 4-inch pot.
Pots?
Yep.
Regularly $179.
Now
those violas and those pansies, if you're looking for the most cold tolerant plants, those are probably the ones that we have. We never. If you ask Mark and I, whether you cover those, I don't think I ever recommend that you have to cover them. Now, I guess there must, over the last 20 years, there must have been a year or two where they got damaged by a freeze, but usually not. Usually they bloom. They're blooming now, and they'll bloom all the way through till well into April. So that if you're looking for that all-star winter tolerant plant, those are the two, pansies and violas.
I still have to get my wave petunias. Are they waves?
Yeah, well, wave is a spectacular color. Yeah, if they like petunias and they have dealt with petunias in the past, they probably are familiar with waves, and they kind of disappeared for a while.
Now, is it W-A-Z-E or W-A-V-E?
No,
okay.
And they've got a different growth pattern. They're kind of crunched up and dense for foliage, and the colors are flowers are much more intense than the normal petunias are. But they're on sale. How much are they for, Mark?
For which ones? The petunias? Yep, same.
They're not in here, are they?
They're in there.
Okay.
Petunias are I think the first thing that comes up. Let's see. They are. Oh, that's the pansies. No, the petunias are not in there.
Oh, okay. But they're $1.79 probably.
Yeah, for the 4-inch pot.
Yeah, if you want both Milton and I agree that those are pretty spectacular. The wave, and I've found them to be more cold tolerant than the normal petunias too. And petunias are pretty cold tolerant anyway.
People love giving citrus as a Christmas present, and right now you can save 20% off citrus at Milberger's.
You know, there's closeout sales.
Yeah,
too.
talk about that. That's a good. That's a really good now.
Don't miss on all these particular plants. Like we got caladiums. We got now. Some people go as Zora. I go as Izora. Bougainvilleas, mandavillas.
How about Ixora?
Or that one too. Ixora. Crepe myrtles, hibiscus, plumerias, pond plants, and roses. Those are all 25 to 50% off the regular price.
Yeah, so that's a great opportunity.
I was talking about James that
His bougainvillea.
I suggested some bougainvilleas. Don't wait until spring. Get them now while they're on sale. But he correctly said, I don't want to be moving a lot of spiky plants or
good
thorny
point.
plants. So.
Lantana's on. Sorry. No. It's a good point. And I did notice, it was funny when we talk about stuff, then I'll drive through. I noticed a lot of them. A lot of the bougainvilleas in yards as I was driving home, or
I know now. Once we start talking about them, you look for them.
You see them.
Certain parts of town have more of them than others, but they're really spectacular right now.
Yeah, they were. This was the Castle Hills area, and I like the real spiky ones, the ones that are kind of just have the spike and all the color.
That's a new variety.
Oh, is it really?
I cannot think of what it is, but that is its tendency. So you have big, long spikes with this little poodle tail flower on the end. And I'm not sure what those are.
But I saw the other ones too. In all different colors. There were red, pinks, oranges, and stuff. So someone's making them grow in the yard, but maybe it depends on where the yard is. Well, and you probably see them in Southton.
No, it doesn't. It depends on how many years they've been in it.
Okay.
Yeah, a lot of people plant them every spring, and not a lot of them survive the winter.
Oh, okay.
So you got to be a little conservative there. There are some that do survive.
Right.
There's some that are pretty spectacular, like they're in a courtyard area.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
There can be some pretty... It's almost like it's in Mexico or...
I say so.
Trinidad or something.
So those courtyards are ideal habitat for that because one, it's kind of reminds you of those places, and then two, it's a little sheltered.
Okay, I'll take some pictures of the ones because some are behind a fence, which could be shelter, but some are just right in the center of the yard.
You know who used to try to plant those, and I don't know if he still has success with it, but the SAWS president, he had a really nice landscape, and
it wasn't Mr. Puente. It was was it Mr. Puente?
Yeah.
Okay.
And he was always trying to get them to survive. He didn't have much luck in that landscape. Now he's moved to a different neighborhood.
Yeah, I was going to say he was a little bit on the north side of town, in Castle Hills type area, I think.
Oh, okay.
So yeah.
But be aware. This is a plant that the most conservative way to take care of it is to put it in
container.
Put it in and put it inside. Because 40-degree weather, it's going to quit blooming, and it's going to drop its foliage if it continues to be below 40 degrees.
Okay. All right, let's take a quick break. While we do, give us a call, 210-308-8867. When we come back, we can spend some time talking about fall and winter vegetable gardening and what we have here with transplants. And then we'll talk about your article.
Yeah, we got to get people who want to get their wildflowers in, too.
Oh, I have a question about that. All right. Back in a moment with more of Milberger's Gardening South Texas on 9:30 a.m. The Answer. Welcome back to Milberger's Gardening South Texas on 9:30 a.m. The Answer, 210-308-8867, 210-308-8867. Chalmette Bert is on the line. Where you at, Bert?
I'm right here listening to y'all. It's so great. And you know what? I thought I was crazy when I woke up yesterday afternoon and I had the radio on to The Answer. And I heard you. I was like, wait a minute. Didn't I just hear that at 12 to 2, and then what is Milton Glueck doing on? And I didn't know that you had a show like that in the afternoon.
Oh,
I just
yeah,
thought
absolutely. Yeah, thank you.
You're welcome. But there's, like you said, what do? I go out and I do talk. And, we have had, I think I've said this once before over the air, I do talk to the plants. Mostly I pray.
That's cool.
I go out there and I just, because there's a guy that I learned about 15 years ago. His name was Masaru Emoto. He's a Japanese scientist. And he wrote a book called The Hidden Messages of Water, or In Water. And they freeze water, then they spoke angry words to a control group, and they spoke loving, good, kind words to another group. And then they froze them, and they dissected them, and put them under a microscope. And you would be surprised the difference in the structure the water had. And since we're all water being, I mean, like...
are those plants or people that you...
Both. It's just the water. It's just the water.
Oh, okay.
Well, and since we are, Al informed me correctly, that we are 77% water, and I don't know how much trees are, but if you go out there, it's just like, look, that's why I always love going praying, because I learned that too. It's like when you played heavy metal to plants, they would wither and die. And when you played like Beethoven and Mozart, something uplifting, they thrived even more.
Very interesting. What's the name of the book again?
It's called Messages. One is called, his 2004 book is called The Hidden Messages in Water.
Okay.
It was a New York Times bestseller, and some people claimed it was pseudo-scientific, but I've seen his research. I've researched his research.
No.
And that's what I say. It's like a lot of people, be careful of what you speak and the words that come out of your mouth.
Yeah.
Because you cannot retract words.
Cool. Okay, Bert, I'll go with you there.
I got a question.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Who's your favorite spring plant?
Who's what?
What's my favorite spring plant?
Yes.
Me or the guys?
Oh,
Everybody.
I guess.
Everybody. Okay, let me think.
Well, I know mine.
What's yours?
Zinnias.
Oh, zinnias. That's a good choice. I'm trying to think. There's so many. Mark? Oh, I know one I really like. But go ahead. And they're here now, by the way. I'm not sure it's a spring plant. Good.
Yeah, when I think of spring, and both home and here, I think of like daffodils and irises and tulips.
Yeah.
That's my
blue
thought
bonnets,
of spring.
because that kind of that.
Oh, blue bonnets.
Blue bonnets are great, and then geraniums are real nice. But they're considered spring.
I've forgotten about that.
Well, because they're not, but because we can only grow them in spring, fall, spring.
Okay.
Mine is
spring now.
Mine, Mark, is daffodils also. I love the nice, beautiful little yellow blossom and the very beautiful smell.
Right. The white with gold throat.
Wow.
Yeah.
You like the daffodil smell?
Oh, I love it. It's just so. I put a window box close to my entrance doors, just so that at that time of year, when I walk in or walk out, it's just so beautiful. It's great.
Yeah, not paper whites though. This is what Calvin and I are thinking.
No, is that what y'all are thinking about?
No, that's too intense.
Well, may I ask a question on this one?
Sure.
There's a couple of them that have come up when I asked you about the little wildflower that looked like an aster a couple of weeks or 3 weeks ago. Now there's a one that's coming up that I always have called since I'm a child, hidden lilies. They're just coming up right now, and they don't get much higher than your ankle. But they're a very beautiful, tiny little plant that's a wild plant.
What color?
White.
Oh,
with the yellow center.
Yeah.
Oh, it's the rain lilies that are coming up?
Yeah.
I think they're spectacular.
Yeah, I like them too. We've had people call and try to get advice on how to get rid of them, and it's like, gosh, why? They're such a
Exactly.
treat. Yeah. And I think they're, number one, they're pretty, and number two, they're short-lived, and, it's kind of, you got to enjoy them while they're there, so that's great. Yeah.
Well, you got to dig them up because if they are a lily, a true lily, then they have bulbs, and you have to get
Correct.
the whole bulb out, correct?
Well, yeah, and the amazing thing with them are the seeds fall off those blooms, and then they work their way into the soil. And at some point, they end up like 6 inches, if you've got 6 inches of soil.
Mm-hmm.
They end up in 6 inches deep, and then that's where they are pretty content to be. So, yeah, they're
Okay.
amazing plants.
I know they come back, and they come back. I've seen them in Louisiana. I've seen them in Mississippi. I've seen them here in Texas, and I just love them.
Yeah, they are good.
And as far as say, like talking politics to trees and plants, I would
Yes.
avoid that.
I think that's smart, Bert. You should do a test, though. I don't know. Just,
You know what? I just wanted to say, Milton.
Yes.
You know what I miss about moving away from New Orleans and being deployed all these times? I miss the blossoms of a magnolia tree and the
Yeah.
scent of a magnolia tree.
I was wondering if that's where you were going to bring up. I agree with you. They're
Hey.
a real treat.
You had mentioned
You
that
know,
before,
and,
Bert.
May I ask you, are they evergreen? That's what I was told. They were evergreen. Even when I went to forestry school, they couldn't explain it, or arborist in the part of the horticultural class I took at Delgado. They were like, well, I don't know. It's not evergreen because it sheds
I
its
think
leaves.
they are, yes.
Yeah, they are. They drop their leaves, not entirely. It's just the older ones, ones that are 2 years old or more, and they'll drop them in latter part of April, first part of May, and then also in May that's when they're putting on their blooms. So often you see the blooms a lot better because they have lost some of the leaves on that. But as compared to what we call semi-evergreen is a live oak. And a live oak is, and then you can see definitely where the whole tree kind of loses its leaves, or 90% of the leaves are dropped at a specific period of time. And so that's why we call that one.
But a lot of people don't notice it. They'll have a
I know, it's
huge
always amazing.
live oak, and
I'm like,
Yeah.
And that was
but it
just-
only
just
happens.
one- Go ahead. Finish off. I'm sorry to interrupt.
You're okay.
No. I just said usually it's about 10 days, 10 to 14 days that it doesn't have any leaves on it, and then all of a sudden it has new leaves, and people go,
Well, it's
"Oh,
kind
look
of-
at that."
Oh, I gotcha. Okay.
what time?
It's kinda
When
like
is that?
the-
In February?
March.
March?
March.
Now the
Yeah, just like
Mexican
the-
white oak.
Go ahead.
Mexican
The
white oaks
Mexican white-
are February.
And the one thing I always what got me confused a little bit when I was a child growing up was that I know most cypress trees and almost all pine trees are definitely evergreens, along with
Yeah.
spruce. And but there was a bald cypress that grew in Louisiana, down in the southeast part of it, along the Mississippi River, and it just it turned brown.
Mm-hmm.
Dropped everything, and that was it until it come back.
Mm-hmm. So that's the bald cypress over that way in Louisiana. They are truly bald.
Okay.
Their leaves turn brown, and sometimes it's pretty colored, and because brown is a color, so they do have fall color.
No, it can be very pretty.
It's like now. I wish I would able to get up to see lost maples or something. Everybody says that, but I heard Milton you saying you was on 281 and seeing some colors.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, it was very
I
pretty.
just don't travel. I just don't travel so much because of my.
Yeah, no, I know, but
It is worth the trip for anybody. It's not. It doesn't look far, but it's kind of a little jaunt.
well,
to go up
a little bit, but not too bad. Less than an hour, maybe approximately an hour. Does that sound about right?
All right, maybe I can get the family. Maybe I can get the family together and just like say, let's go. I'm paying for it.
There you go. Okay. Well, give us a report. We want to report. And thank
Well,
you for the nice comments. Oh, go ahead.
Well, I haven't seen any flutterbys here, and I remember someone said that about a month ago. That's what I've called them ever since I was a child also. I've always called butterflies flutterbys. And, you know, haven't seen any because there's a lot of European paper wasps that have nests around here. And I know they are voracious eaters of the eggs and the caterpillars.
Cool. Bert, thank you so much. Thanks for listening to the other show, In the Loop.
Did you see that in the article, too, Bert? In the
I'm listening,
Express
Calvin.
News?
No, I haven't yet. I'll look at it. I'll get it.
Okay.
And but I just, like I said, I appreciate, and like you said, you guys know that I do my research on things before I speak of them over there. So, and I just ask. Well, I asked for your opinion and your guidance on some things, and it's great.
That's cool.
And so
our teacher,
so everybody,
Lulu, had a real experience with her students with the wasps.
Yeah.
And so it's related in the article. So I think you'll find that interesting because you're pretty familiar with their action too.
Well, yeah. If you don't bother them, they won't bother you generally.
Well, yeah.
Okay.
But they certainly bother the monarchs.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, I know it punch a bunch of fear because I don't kill them because I know they're beneficial. Yeah. And there's one right above my door in this new place that I moved to. And I'm like, I don't bother them. They don't bother me. I leave them be. But I will clean all the nests out when they go away this winter. And and I'll put a deterrent. I don't know. Do y'all have a recommendation for that? What can I spray on it, or I can? Yeah, a deterrent.
I'm kind of with you, though. I just let, as long as they're not bothering anybody or the pets or anything, I let them be, and they seem to mind their own business. But they are a threat to the monarchs.
Yeah, Bert, try some essential oils. See how that works. Well, like a rosemary or thyme or peppermint or something like that. Up there.
All right, Mark. Thank you so much.
All right, man. Bert, thank you so
you
much.
Guys.
Always fun talking to you. I'm going to do some research
if
too.
I don't get to you before Thanksgiving, happy Thanksgiving to you all and your families and all your loved ones.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
All right. Yeah, I'll have to tell you about my New Orleans Thanksgiving sometimes. We had Buster Holmes do those for us. We'll tell you later. All right, 210, he knows who that is. 210-308-8867. 210-308-8867. We had gumbo. We had turkey gumbo for Thanksgiving.
Oh,
yeah.
Really? Good.
Yeah, it was good.
Yeah, I was going to say, but I don't know who this is. So
I'm sorry.
Explain.
Yeah. Okay. So what was the big yellow butterfly that we saw? That thing was beautiful.
That's what we need to look at. That's one that I've never seen here
Oh,
before.
wow, really?
That's one of the it's one of the sulfurs.
Okay, but it was bigger than I remember.
The biggest, and the color was...
right out there. He's right on the mag...
where is he?
He's to the... where that woman is.
Shallow? He's so big?
Where that woman is right now. There he goes. Is that him?
Oh,
yeah, it looks like it.
Yeah. All right, go chase him during the break.
He's not as impressive out there as he was.
No, here he was really pretty in deep yellow.
Yeah, I wish I had my butterfly book here. Maybe my phone will...
Yeah, we'll have to get him. Come back over here for a minute. Oh, he's coming back. How about that? All right. So we're going to find out what that is. All right, you chase him down during the break. He's right there.
There we go.
All right. Oh, he's going to Dianthus.
Look at that.
All right.
Color.
All right, look at your radio. He's right on the right-hand side. All right, we'll take a quick break and come back in a moment. More of Milberger's. He's on the Dianthus. Go, Calvin, go.
Yeah, well, I have to talk to my radio. I don't have one of those photo things.
You can't you don't have a camera?
No.
Oh, okay. All right, back in a moment with more of Milberger's Gardening South Texas. Thank you, Al, for helping Bert out, and we'll be back in a moment on 9:30 a.m. The Answer.
We're back with Milberger's Gardening South Texas, live from Milberger's Landscaping and Nursery at 1604 in Bulverde Road. Come out to visit or call us at 210-308-8867. That's 210-308-8867. And now back to Milberger's Gardening South Texas on 9:30 a.m. The Answer.
And welcome back to Millburgers Gardening, South Texas on 930 The Answer. 210-308-8867. 210-308-8867. So I ran out there and took a picture of the butterfly, but I can't right now. It's trying to identify the plants. I have to figure out how to get it to identify the butterfly. But anyway, all right, 210-308. Oh, maybe this will do it. Let's see. I can't. Anyway, it's very pretty. 210-308-8867. The guys are looking on their phones at pictures to try to identify them. You got anything you said?
Well, yes.
Yeah,
Okay.
here it is.
Oh, you guys?
So I didn't see any of the black dots which are associated with the cloudless.
You got the black dot? Okay, I can't.
Yeah, so I wasn't quite sure it was the cloudless yellow or cloudless sulfur.
Okay.
But Calvin was right. He goes, well, it looks like a big sulfur. So that's kind of where we're going.
Is that common for San Antonio?
We have a lot.
They're everywhere. But
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
We have a lot of white and sulfurs, or whatever they call the white sulfur.
all of the yellows are, most of the yellows are called sulfurs.
Okay.
And they just differentiate with a adjective like that.
Yeah.
But and the whites are a whole series. There's as many whites as there are, at least as many whites as there are yellows.
Yes. So, but it's very common.
And the thing about this one is that it's so large and the color is so interesting and attractive.
Okay.
So yeah, I think it based on that your picture and the what we've seen on the phones and that black, especially that black dot.
I was looking for a black dot. Did yours have a black dot, your photo?
Yes.
Mine.
Okay, yeah, then it's going to be sulfur.
Yeah, I'll show you.
Or the cloudless sulfur.
See, look at that. See the black dot?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right. 210-308-8867. 210-308-8867. So if you want to take great pictures of butterflies, and you don't even have to be that good, I am not that good at taking pictures with my phone. Millburgers is the place to come.
I thought you were going to say, contact me and I'll come up.
Yeah, I'll take a picture for you.
It's an important part of our certified butterfly garden.
Yes.
Millburgers.
So my next question is, Calvin, you brought up about before we jump to your article, you brought up the fact about the wildflowers and starting to think about them and stuff. So I'm wondering if I should, in things that I want to prepare for. Now, this isn't about the cold, but with the rain coming up, does the rain make a difference in the success of the wildflowers?
It certainly does.
Okay.
Yeah, I would. Yeah, well, the timing, you want to get that seed down. And
well, you've got some time. I mean, you've got a couple days
soil
to come
contact.
to nursery. And
now would be great the next couple of days to get it down.
I was going to say, we're open till 5.
Absolutely.
And we do have some mixes here.
Yep.
And and then a lot of folks probably have mixes that are sitting in their drawers at home, or that they got last year and didn't get it planted, or they have been waiting to plant them. Now would be the time, because it's just, in my experience, it's just as good to get it just before the rain or just after the rain. And the key there is the seed to soil contact. You don't want to apply the seed to sod, or or a big organic cover. But of course that's probably not the case with the drought we've had. A lot of bare soil out there, and so it's really ready for seed. Now, if you're looking, I had one gardener was interested in the. He reminded us that we've been talking about shade-loving wildflowers, and the two that we talk about most are the salvia, coccinea, and then the other one was the blue.
There you got me. Blue curl.
Blue curl.
Yeah.
And both of those are now the salvia coccinea is in every mix.
Yeah.
And it's available. I think there's probably some seed here.
Yeah. And we like it. I like it because it's a salvia that will tolerate a little bit shade, and so
a lot of shade.
Yeah, so that's why I like it a lot.
And then its bloom period is from late spring all the way
through.
Still blooming now.
Yeah.
Now the other one, the blue
curl is starts out early, but kind of
goes lasts for the spring. I like it because it fills the gap for that before the mist flower gets out. And
so it's a nice early bloom. A lot of pollinators love it. That early period before the zinnias and the.
Where do you got to go to get it though?
The blue curl. I have seen it in packages, the wildflower seed mixes. So either Wild Seed Farms or Native American Seed. I don't think I saw it here.
No. The only place right now is Native American Seed. There used to be a couple places, but the Native American Seed. But sometimes the easiest place to find it is if you got a neighbor that has some.
Oh, wow.
Because the seed is easy to collect and germinate. And quite often, it's just like Milton and I, when we have some plant we like, we collect the seed, and we just have a storage of it. And
for years,
blue curl, it's a favorite, and one that's hard to find the seeds. So if you got a neighbor that has some growing, I wouldn't be surprised if they have a little supply. And they'll probably be willing to give you some seed because they'll have a new supply this spring.
So, what should I do? So, if I can think of where my meadow was, now that's kind of bare. You talked about soil contact. I do have a regular seed packet. I don't have the big packet like we had before, but I could put those down. And when I'm making soil to seed contact, am I just putting it down, or am I kind of pressing it down a little bit?
You don't have to, but you can.
Okay.
You can walk on it, but a lot of people just find that they don't get a satisfaction if you just put the seed down, but it grows.
Yeah. So I take that iron rake that I have, and I just press the top just a little bit.
Okay, well, that's easy.
I just apply the seed and just kind of
just walk away,
walk around. Yeah.
All right. Now, if I walk on it a little bit, like if we get a nice hard rain, are the seeds going to wash away?
Well, I don't remember ever having a hard rain like that.
No, okay.
Como se dice? What is this hard rain of you speak?
Where were you when you had that?
But you actually could have that if you had a really hard rain. But usually that it just rains enough that the seed penetrates a bit, or it gets to a state ready for germination. But you've probably seen after a hard rain, you've probably seen seeds from other flowers that have kind of all accumulated, or even from your vegetable or flower garden, they've washed into the end of the garden, or at one end or the other.
Or there's little lines of debris in your yard.
That's right. That's cool. That's a good description of it. But then that, with blue curl especially, and salvia coccinea,
it's a great seed because it will easy to disseminate and easy to germinate, but it's a little tiny one.
And both of them will work in both sun or shade.
And that's the big thing. A lot of wildflowers, by nature, they have to be in full sun and everything. So there are a few that will like shade. Another big shade plant is Turk's cap, and that will tolerate a little bit of sun, a little bit of shade.
That one is a big, pretty relatively tall plant. One of my favorites for if you're into trying to encourage the butterflies is generally a sun lover is coccinea.
Yeah.
I mean,
No, No, it's Coreopsis.
Coreopsis, I'm sorry.
No. I was like struggling yesterday trying to remember it, and I finally remembered it at the end of the day.
And
so I'm like, gonna remember it.
It's in every mix too,
Yeah.
just like the coccinea.
There's several different Coreopsis species, but they are all good, and I have just found them just to be very tolerant.
Ground covers they make have become.
So and they go multiple times. Sometimes the seeds they go a little dormant, not a problem. Deadhead them, and then a few weeks later they're full of flowers again.
But one that is though one of the most sensitive to conditions, we have to remind everybody because they quite often get disappointed. That's the bluebonnets.
Mm.
They're tough. I mean they need that timing of that rain when they need it pretty quick. This would be a perfect timing now. Get that seed in, or if the seed is naturally in already, this rain should help them come up.
What about poppies? Would now be a time to plant poppies?
Oh, yeah.
Have seed?
Poppies.
Poppies.
Poppies also like that timing of the seed.
So that, and it's a good time to get them. You're probably not going to get, very unlikely to get any kind this winter, but next year.
Oh,
absolutely.
In the spring?
Coreopsis is another good one.
Oh, okay.
Not Coreopsis.
Yeah,
Cosmos.
Cosmos. Yeah.
Yeah, Cosmos.
That's a summer one or spring summer?
Yeah.
Okay.
But you might get some poppies.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
It's cool. A lot of the poppies are cool weather ones. So there's some poppies that we call Icelandic poppies.
He's being he is left out the ones that are most beautiful, and also the ones that are
California
that are most controversial poppies.
I don't talk about those poppies.
Yeah, which one?
I've always wanted to visit this country in Afghanistan.
Oh.
The poppies that
The opium poppies.
Oh, okay. What kind of poppies are the ones that you see? I guess it's spring in Hondo and Castroville.
And you used to see them all the time at Trinity.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they really had a wonderful planting.
Okay.
They're beautiful.
Yeah, there's California poppies.
Are those the
you have some
California?
Russian poppies.
Oh,
You
okay.
have white poppies, our native white poppies.
And we have a lot of gardeners that grow them for the flowers. So I know in past years we would be talking about poppies, and then they'd end up with a little packet, and that's why they're hot weather plants, so they would respond very well to being put down now just before that rain.
Okay. Anywho,
And they're so pretty.
I have some seeds. I forget where I got them. Then I forget how old they are too.
In other words, there's lots of different poppies. And
Yes.
They may be early spring to summer.
Okay, but But now you think if I'm gonna do them now?
I do them. Yeah.
Oh, and you'll be
regardless, do them now.
And speaking of things that I did now, so when I get home, I gotta go ahead and try to get them in the ground or get them in a little pot. So the Buckeye things you gave me, they're soaking. They were doing my 24-hour soak.
Yeah, I'd get them. Yeah, get them in the ground.
Get them in now. Do I nick them a little?
What?
You can
Nick 'em?
Nick them.
Lick
Or
'em.
put them
Nick
in.
them. N-I-C-K.
You know, you could
L-I-C-K.
you could put them in a little Coca-Cola or a little Big Red and soften the skins.
Oh, with the bubbles?
Yeah.
Okay, that's
You
interesting.
can dissolve most anything with Coca-Cola after
I
a
didn't
few
think
days.
about that.
Yeah.
Okay.
You wash. The old days we used to wash boat decks even with cocoa.
With Coke? Wow, okay. I don't remember that.
Well, I don't. Were you
We used to have
World
a boat.
War II?
No.
Oh.
Anyway, so somewhat facetious.
Come to think of it,
Yeah,
I wasn't there.
was-
Yeah, I was thinking, Calvin, I think
That
you're
was,
aging
that
yourself.
was a different war I was at.
Yeah. Okay, 210-308-8867. So maybe I'll experiment with all the different things, and then
that would be good if you could get those to grow.
And do I put them in? I'm going to put them in soil.
Yeah,
I was doing some research, and it said 2 inches, about 2 inches depth.
During the break,
yes,
we can look at my how to grow native plants of Texas and the Southwest.
Okay.
They're not hard to grow by seed, are they, Mark?
No, they're not very.
Okay. Yeah. We will do that, and then we'll come back and tell you all about that. But 210-308-8867. I tell you what, we'll take a quick break now. We got a little early, but take a break, and you'll find out. 210-308-8867. More
hopefully.
Milberger's Gardening.
If I can remember the genus name.
Oh, okay.
So we've already had the news, huh?
What? Yes, we already had the news. We're in the 1 o'clock hour on 9:30 a.m. The Answer. And welcome back to Milberger's Gardening, South Texas on 9:30 a.m. The Answer. 210-308-8867 is our number. 210-308-8867. So what'd you learn, Mark?
So, out of the great book here, How to Grow Native Plants of Texas and Southwest Texas, the revised and updated edition by Miss Jill Noakes.
Okay, cool. That's clean. That's a beautiful book.
I know. Maybe not used as much as it should be.
Okay, yeah. I didn't mean that, but yes.
Yes, I have an older USDA book, Forest Service book. That's a little bit more worn. It says you don't have to treat.
Okay.
Yeah. They should untreated seeds should start to germinate within 3 weeks.
That's quick.
If you're getting some soil and moisture, keeping them moist.
Okay.
I would still have soaked them overnight.
Okay, good. And I'll get a little pot, and 2 to 3 inches is what I read on.
Yeah.
Is that what it says? Okay.
Yeah.
That'll be fun. Sun or yeah, cool. Good luck with that. Tell us how it goes.
You want to be on the radio?
Okay, you sure? Okay.
Well, I'll sing the praises of your little parking lot planting area.
That's what I was hoping you would come on and talk about, the little trail that you were talking about. Well, he'll hear us talking about him, and he'll probably come back and go and correct all our information. Okay, so...
But it's Chavano Park that was at the mayor?
Chavano Park.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah. You said there was a new...
There's a little walking trail in the middle of their parking lot. That's very nice. They have lots of native plants and springtime plants, pollinator plants, growing here, there, and everywhere, scattered throughout. So it's just a little. It's like 100 by 100 feet.
Yeah, cool, and I didn't see that. We have James on the line at 210-308-8867. James, welcome to Milberger's Gardening, South Texas. Oh, okay. I'm going to give it to Mark.
Okay.
James, what's going on? You got a Vitex report?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
You can have
my Vitex has 3 bloom spikes on it. That's it.
Really?
3's better than 2 and better than 0. Yeah, you know what I noticed? I don't know if it's a function of the drought, the ongoing drought, the 2 cool snaps we've had already. That has triggered that Vitex to bloom again, sparsely. My Esperanza that was looking really, really bad, August, September, and whatnot, it is blooming up. It is screaming right now, Milton. It is screaming yellow.
Yes. Oh.
It is screaming. And
I knew we'd find
really
another
nice.
Plant screaming for you.
Thank you.
Yeah,
we have lots of screaming plants.
So, James, are you
Another
trying to depress Milton?
No.
Yeah,
he wanted me to call in and let him know about my Vitex.
He's like my Vitex.
I heard
buddy.
I was cooking early.
Yeah, mine's just losing its leaves.
Another thing that is screaming, and I took a photo during the commercial, went out to the road and sent it to you, Milton.
Okay.
If y'all get a chance to look at it, tell me what color those blossoms are. It's a coral vine.
Oh, okay, let me look. I'm going to send it to them real quick. You keep talking.
I guess I
it's
would
pretty.
guess coral.
That's his
well,
picture.
no. That's an interesting question because
You see
there
it?
is traditional coral, and then there is a reddish version that we sold here at Milberger's. I don't know what the reddish version's name is. I just call it the reddish version.
Dude,
but
because
that's
I got
what.
these at Milberger.
Yeah, that's what it looks like. It looks like the red version here. So,
Which is
Fandango.
not a bad idea to have, because it's not quite as aggressive as the lighter.
well, that's right. I remember being told that it's smaller and less aggressive. I don't know anything about drought tolerance or anything like that, but I do remember it being less aggressive and smaller.
And James also sent me his Vitex bloom. I'll show it to you anyway, although I am jealous, James.
Yeah, that wasn't impressive.
But still, you've got one.
When I was out there looking at the Vitex, that coral vine caught my attention out at the road, so I went and took a photo of it.
Yeah.
My point, it is Fandango. I got at Milberger's 1 or 2 years before the snow event, and I hadn't put them in the ground yet at that time, so they were in pots. And they survived the snow, and then I planted them after it thawed into the ground. And when Dr. Parsons was on the show, he had advised me, and I wasn't sure. He said they will revert back to their pinkish color over time. And he must be correct, because the reason why I asked what color y'all think they are, I'd have to go back and look at some previous photos. I think it is reverting back, because it was a deeper red based on memory. And it's not as deep red as it was, like, say, 2 years ago. I could be wrong, but it is pretty, and it's very showy.
Huh.
And it is, if I remember, it is called Fandango Red, or just Fandango.
Well, it'd be interesting if we got some kind of any other folks that have the red version, if they've actually experienced that color retreat, too.
Yeah, I guess over time, only time will tell if it gets lighter in color. But it sure is pretty. And
Looks
the
that way.
blooms.
The pollinators still love it, right?
Yeah.
Oh, I had to be really careful when I walked up to it with my phone. It is loaded with bees right now. The bees are all over that thing.
Well,
Yes.
I've gotten. I should probably be more careful too, but I've gotten so used to them on my patio because of that coral vine that I just kind of walk through and kind of push them out of my way. And I notice even my dogs don't care for that. They go a different route so that they won't be subjected to all those bees and
Bees.
butterflies, and even hummingbirds like it.
Yeah. On that point, Calvin, you advised me last week to refill and put up my hummingbird feeder. When I did, I don't know if you jinxed it. You didn't do it, but I have not seen a hummingbird all week since I filled it, so I'm kind of concerned about that.
I'm I'm with you too. And I don't.
but
as far as I know, we had one gardener report that he did have one, and that was 2 weeks ago. But since then, I haven't heard from anybody that has seen any of the more hummingbirds migrant, which surprises me because we usually see this time of the year. We usually see at least the late, the black chins from areas north of us, and ruby throats and rufous hummingbirds. Sometimes we even get them all winter, but no action.
Yeah.
You're right. I haven't seen it either.
How long should I keep it up? Just keep it up through the winter time, or take it down once we get a hard freeze?
I do. I try to keep it up through the winter, but I think if you don't get any action during the next week or 10 days, that might be a reasonable time to take it down. But
okay. Can I ask one more real quick of Mark?
Yep. John, hang on a sec. Yeah, go ahead.
Sure. From the road, taking that photo, I walked largest post oak, and it's something I've been thinking about. It has some understory, native the particular has a persimmon under there, and it has some
scrub hackberries growing up in there that are getting kind of invasive. And I think when the tree goes bare, I would like to cut those out, those hackberries. Would that be detrimental to the post oak by disturbing it or not? I don't want to risk disturbing the tree, setting its apple cart, so to speak.
The best thing would do it in phases. So take
one
half
out
of
at a
them out.
time?
Yeah, no, take out 50% of what's underneath there, and then leave 50%, and then take it out a little bit later. So
Yeah,
a lot
I think
of
there's
people.
only 3 of them in there. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Very-
Why are we being so sensitive? Because the post oak is so sensitive?
Yeah, it is. It's sensitive
That's what I hear. Yeah.
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 So anyway, you don't want to all of a sudden dramatically increase the soil temperature, because it does affect the tree health. And it's most evident in places like in the hill country where people take out all the cedar, and all of a sudden all their live and red oaks. Live oaks and red oaks are dying, and they kind of go, why did you do that? I mean, why is this happening? And I'm like, you took out all the protective cover on that. So, so generally we like to do that in stages.
Those junipers can be a blessing because, from my experience, my parents bought their property near Pipe Creek, and the oak wilt came through and killed everybody's oak trees. So they were just so thankful for the junipers because that was the only privacy and or windbreak they had left. Yeah, it was devastating.
What is that road going south out of Pike Creek?
1283.
Yeah. That was bad.
1280.
In and around Pike Creek, it was like really bad.
It was really bad, yeah. Okay, all right. I appreciate the information.
Yeah, I'm going to show my Vitex the picture you sent me and make it jealous. Maybe give it a little encouragement.
There you go.
Thank you, sir. Always fun talking to you.
Thanks, James.
John is on the line at 210-308-8867. John, welcome to Milberger's Gardening, South Texas. What's going on today?
Well, before I get into why I called, I just wanted to make a curiosity comment or question about that subject y'all were just on there about the gentleman that had the post oak with the hackberries under it. I'm just wondering if on those hackberries, because you cut a hackberry and it'll come back for 1,000 years and torture you. And what I'm saying is, why wouldn't you be able to girdle them and let them slowly go through the process of dying and just leave and don't disturb the root structure or anything?
Yeah, you could do that.
And then you accomplish what you want, and you don't have all the regrowth issue with hackberry.
But but I think they would stay alive just to torment you. They're like that.
I don't know. I've girdled them and I got them. I mean,
good.
You got a wide band, not too narrow because it'll jump it. But anyway, so much for that.
Well, I have a lot of hackberries, but I don't have any post oaks though, so I don't have a sensitive situation. But I do that when I cut those hackberry out of there. I use that stump and vine killer.
Stump and vine,
and that's very effective.
Oh, I know it is. It just worries me. But what I do is I dig down about 6 or 8 inches and cut them off, and then bury that real good where sunlight and all that. It seems to work, but there's a lot of ways to get her done. But anyhow, what I called about was the negatives are positive and negative to pyracantha. Aside from the thorns, I'm not worried about the thorn issue. I'm talking about it from out in a wildlife landscape, out in the country kind of thing. Is that stuff good, bad, or otherwise?
So the downside is that it can be invasive. And then you also mentioned the thorns. So its other name in other parts of the country is firethorn. So that gives you kind of a hint on some of the thorns can be a little
What species
painful.
is that?
Pyracantha.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So, yeah, it can be painful, but also with those beautiful berries, which the wildlife do like, you could get invasive over time. So you do
the
have
birds
to
like to make nests in it, too.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Now, all mine took it on the chin between the drought and the freezes. I had a wall of it, and it's just none of it has survived. So yours did all right, huh?
Well, I don't have any, but out here on 1283, there's one that's, obviously this time of the year, it is literally red.
Oh, yeah.
And so I got me a bag full of the berries, and I'm planning on trying to propagate them, but I didn't want to go through all that if I was going to be shooting myself in the foot here. But I understand the thorns. I'm looking at I'm okay with all of that in my situation. And the environment, I'm up on the Edwards outcrop, so I don't think it's going to be too tenacious in terms of spreading. It just, the opportunity is not there a whole lot. But the benefits is what I'm looking at from the standpoint of supporting wildlife.
Yeah, it's also a wonderful pollinator for bees, I think, is one of the standards on that. So
yeah, I like them too.
Yeah. So yeah, if the limiting factor, Calvin says, is drought and freeze, it should be okay on that. But that was always a fear that it would become invasive.
When we talk about the freeze effect, does it just knock it back, or does it literally kill the root and all if it freezes on top?
Mine they took out completely. I mean, it didn't none of them returned.
Was that single digit weather, or what kind of freeze are we talking about? Long term?
Yeah, the last one was last winter, but I kind of lost the last 3 winters. I kind of lost a third at a time.
Huh. Well, heck, they've been there for a while, haven't they?
I shouldn't overstate. I only had 5 total, but none of them made it through the last 3 years.
Well, how long were they there?
They were there for 10 years.
And when we go back, so 10 years, and then they croaked in the last couple of years, so that's 12 years. You go back, we had some single-digit weather here a good bit back for a week out here.
Yeah.
And it didn't kill them then?
They didn't. I didn't have any problem with them in those early years. It was just the last years. That's why I thought that it was the drought had a lot to do with it.
Yeah, I think you're right there. I think that drought has really been been hard on stuff.
It makes them more susceptible to the freeze too, I think.
Yeah, and we've had it so long, and soil moisture is almost non-existent.
Yeah.
Without irrigation.
I didn't water them. They were in the self, kind of the hedge by the road.
Well, thank you, John.
I'm gonna give it a shot, and
all right.
I don't
keep us informed, John.
Yeah,
thanks.
do keep us informed.
I will. Y'all
right.
take it easy. Thank you.
You too, sir. All right. Got a question from the crowd. Will you come on the air with us? Sure. Okay, grab that mic. You'll be on the air. Let's see how we can help you today. What's going on?
I've lived in my house for 40 years, and I have an 85-foot tall stand of oak trees, but I've never seen acorns like I've seen this year. I know I've hauled off 50 gallons of
Wow.
What'd you do with them? You're making those squirrels and doves and deer awful mad, I think.
I guess so. What's happened to cause this?
Well, Marcus does the best job.
I will say, well, the amount of nuts and acorns and what have you is dependent on the current weather conditions. last year's weather conditions, and certain species have a cycle, either 2 to 7 years. So pecans are famous because of alternate years. Every other year they produce a little bit more. Oaks are famous for having what we call a mast year, every 5 to 7 years. So there may be a coincidence. Last year, all of a sudden, when they were producing acorns, we had a couple of good rains. This year, we had a couple of good rains, probably just after the flowers were open. You can't see the flowers on the oaks, but maybe we had some good rains right after pollination occurred. So it's a combination of those three factors.
Just a fluke.
Yeah. I don't think you're alone, though.
No. You're not alone. Everybody.
My neighborhood has had quite a few, too.
Yeah.
Even pecans, which surprised the heck out of me.
Yeah, it is a common feature in San Antonio. So that's a great question. But, everybody's experiencing the same.
Thanks, man.
Thanks for your patience.
Yes.
Yeah. All right, let's take a quick break and come back in a moment. 210-308-8867. We have more of Milberger's Gardening South Texas coming up right after this on 9:30 a.m. The Answer. And welcome back to Milberger's Gardening South Texas on 9:30 a.m. The Answer. 210-308-8867. While we wait for our next call, Mark, did you have something you wanted to throw out there?
Yeah, this is just with the gentleman that walked up and asked a question. Yes, I was at a place the other day where I actually thought I was walking on decomposed granite, rolled granite, 3/8-inch granite, and I looked down, and it was acorns. Oh. And there were so many. It covered this entire area, and I seriously thought I was just stepping on decomposed granite. It was so I had to look down twice, and I'm like, wait a minute. It looked kind of like it was a little bit brown, a little bit red, and I'm like, what? I'm actually walking on acorns. It was so thick.
Well, do you remember when for a while we were using pecan shells?
Yeah, when we could get them.
Yeah, we used to give them away or throw them away for years, and then suddenly figured out that it makes a good mulch. Very attractive and
aromatic and cat prohibitive.
Yeah.
The cats didn't like them because it wasn't on their paws.
Of course, if they weren't processed right, they brought in the termites and the deer
and squirrels.
Squirrels.
Yeah. So all of a sudden everybody I'd never had squirrels before, and now I have like 20 in my front beds, and we're going, okay.
But it was very nice mulch. But it got to be too valuable now.
Yeah. They didn't decompose right away. Very slow to decompose.
Oh, okay.
So they last a long time. Pine bark, just lasted forever. Cypress as mulch.
I like that cypress is really a nice mulch, too.
I wonder if we're going to reach our high today. It's currently 79, and
it's pretty comfortable right now.
Yeah, the high today is 87, but we don't have that much day left.
No.
All right. Anyway, that's cool. Yeah, the back of my pickup again is my indicator. So I'm like Johnny Acorn Seed. I'm driving down the highway, spreading acorns or something. I don't know. I don't ever see them go out. They all kind of hover near the driver. I think they're hoping to get in the truck.
Well, I did notice a lot of these acorns were kind of light, and I saw a lot of holes in them. In other words, that the little wasps that have, and beetles, I should say, and that have gone and really cleaned out a lot of the insides of these acorns.
But if you, in my neighborhood, if you look on the top of mailboxes or out there on the road or the end of driveways, all these remnants of the acorns and even the fruit inside
Did you try that? No, we had talked about this a couple weeks ago.
I didn't try it yet,
that sweep them and then run over them and let other birds or squirrels.
I could do that. I forgot. But yeah, I could do that and see what happens. I'm sure I'll be quite popular.
Did you, Mark? What was the issue you were going to check on for one of the listeners? Did you?
Well,
I
couldn't. Yeah, I was almost sure it was talking about desert willow reproduction, and then I got to look and I went, "Was he really talking about desert willow?" I couldn't remember. And it is. I was right. Semi-hard cuttings, pencil-shaped cuttings. Two things I found out. One, it's better to do it in the spring.
Oh, okay.
So it's a hard time to do it in the fall this time of year, or less successful. And two, the author said a light mix is better than pure perlite.
Oh.
So, guess what we had in there? Inside our one of our buildings. We had a seed and cutting mix from Fertilon.
Cool.
And I said, "Oh, yeah." So that reminded me that it was interesting. The season was important. I was correct on the size and length, but
okay. So the size and length are
a little less than a pencil in thickness, and about 4 to 6 inches in length. And we want to put them in a light mix. I don't remember now, and I've lost my place on whether or not to put the node down. But since they didn't mention it, it wasn't obvious. I don't think that's important.
Oh, okay.
There's a little ring around the plant, and I couldn't remember if you put that into the ground or you put that up above.
Oh.
I don't think it mattered. Or it would make 10 and put 10 below the ground and 10 above.
And you would talk too about.
And then, finally, they had mentioned that pure perlite is not advantageous. You need to use a light mix.
Okay, and then the growth hormone?
We didn't need any.
Oh, okay, good.
On another issue, I just saw some monarchs flying through here. So if you want to visit Milberger's, there's just a lot of things to see here this week. The cyclamen, the colors. And then the certified butterfly garden. Not only do we still have some monarchs, but we had the cloudless sulfur. Big, very attractive. Milton's got some really good pictures of it, and good place to come to see that. And then, of course, lots of sale items to check out, and including the snapdragons. And if you're interested in fragrant flowers, the stocks, and we've got sweet pea seeds, and then alyssum. All three of those are great. We were talking about fragrant, the coreopsis and some of the other and daffodils as fragrant flowers, but the classic winter flowers that have fragrance are the alyssum, the stocks, and the sweet peas. And still time to get those sweet pea seeds inside and planted.
Okay.
Do it like Milton did, and put them in the
soak them?
soak them overnight, and then plant them, and they should. Well, of course, you might want to wait a couple of days for the cool weather to return. You don't want record.
Oh, yeah,
hot
good
weather.
point. Oh, yeah. So am I soaking them in water, or am I soaking them in soda?
Water.
Water. Okay. You agree with that? Should I get some Topo Chico and?
Oh, that may be kind of interesting.
Well, isn't it? It's pretty.
No, I said Coca-Cola, but I was talking about
water. Okay.
hard shells.
Yep. Okay. And get those wildflower seeds in.
That's right.
Okay.
Get them. Go those that you have in the drawer. Get them planted rather than sit through another season, and because the timing is going to be perfect if we get that rain that's forecast.
This beautiful afternoon. Please go out and sow wildflowers.
And I think it looks like from Al's stuff that I think this is James. Someone called back and asked us to define the term Vitex.
Vitex?
Does Vitex have a...
Vitex is the genus name. Vitex agro Castanelli or something.
Does Vitex have a meaning?
I'm sure it does.
That's your homework assignment for the...
It's Latin.
Oh, here, I'll
What
look
is
it
it?
up.
Texas lilac, right?
Well. You were talking about cooking and things with it. Well, either you or one of the callers. So the monks made a tea out of the leaves.
Yeah, that's what it says. I don't have a definition, but
to keep them from having chaste thoughts.
that's right.
So
Another term.
like chaste
Tree, yep. And it says, according to Google, a medicinal preparation extracted from the berries
Oh, berries. Okay, I
of
thought it
the
was
chaste
the leaves.
tree used to treat, gynecological conditions. Okay.
It's an exotic, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, is it? Oh, okay.
It is an exotic, and there was great worry about it being invasive. And I would say in parts of the state it is.
I haven't seen
In other
any.
parts of the state,
Yeah.
it's
Well,
less.
We've gotten reports that
And
it
of
is.
course, we said that about Chinese pistache as well. And we were wrong about that one. Although I looked him while I was moving, I was clearing out some papers, and 42 years ago on a list of species for Laredo, I noticed I did say Chinese pistache male only.
Oh.
So even 42 years ago, I was going, no. It's a great tolerant tree. Just don't use the female.
Us bird lovers would prefer for years preferred the female only because of the berries, and that's another one too that the leaf color can be pretty attractive.
I think we have a friend for Parker, but he's a little furrier than Parker.
Yeah, look at how like they
Yeah.
obviously part of the family here. Where are we going now, Mom and Dad?
Yeah, he's ready to go, though. All right. 210-308-8867, but we really only got about a minute or so left. Let's see. Did we talk? I know I was going to ask you about it, but I don't remember. Your article?
Well,
Just real quick.
The article is about the monarchs and milkweeds. It lists the classes that we've got scheduled in the spring, and those classes are also on the Milberger's website, and that includes the classes in Floresville and classes in New Braunfels, and of course here at Milberger's, and then at the Education Resource Center at the Medical Center. And then we've also got the rodeo tomato classes.
Yeah.
They'll be in February. They're always pretty popular, and we'll give everybody that attends a potted up tomato, and that's how you take advantage of the availability of a rodeo tomato when they're too early to plant in the garden.
4 to 5 weeks before when they need to go in the garden, we'll be getting them. So,
and we'll cover spring vegetable gardening too in those classes.
All righty, cool. We're going to take a break for a few days here. See how I did that?
you covered very well.
Thank you. And we will see you next weekend here at Milberger's Landscaping and Nursery. Thanks to Al for doing a great job, and thanks to you for listening. I'm Milton Glueck. This is 9:30 a.m. The Answer.